All right, let's go ahead and get this going. So we're gonna react to Russ again. We are doing Pent Up in a Penthouse, and you know I gotta bring the liquor out if we're doing Russ. So I got some Ardbeg 10, one of the best whiskeys on the market. Go ahead and argue with your mama. But last time we did Russ, we did Movin', and that was more vibes. That was a little bit more upbeat. Had some bars in there, but I think the focus of that song was the vibe. So, yeah, it seems like this one, Pent Up in a Penthouse. I mean, I can already tell by the title. There's already a double entendre there. There's already some bars there, and this is going to be a bar heavy song. So in his promo for the song, he said that he created a real life replica of the Santiago cover, which was his last album, where it's a cartoon version of his face all beat up. Uh, he said, I wanted to show y'all the healing process. Who hurt you? Me. He said, maybe this should have been the first song I dropped from Wild, but I get ideas randomly and just act on them. I love this video and I love the message. The healing process is lifelong. Appreciate everyone who's listening. So it looks like this time we get a full music video. Probably going to be similar to the last one. I've only seen one clip of this. I didn't hear any audio. I saw that he's kind of just standing in the center of the picture with the beat up face, with the bandages and the blood on his face, depicting that Santiago cover. And he's rapping. He's throwing his hands all over the place. And hold on, let me actually see if I can find the video. Give me 1 second. He had a video where he was rapping crazy. And I can already tell bars are going to go over my head. And I'm really not that worried about that. I'm not going to lie. I'm already kind of tired tonight. Russ's bars sometimes be going over my head because I can't understand every single basketball reference that he's doing. I can't understand every time he mentions a wine or whatever that's 100 years old. But here, let's check this out. Again, I wasn't listening to any audio, but here's Russ in the studio the night I made Pent Up in a Penthouse, listening back to the track for the first time. Look at his hands. Look at all the stuff that he's doing, man. It said, when you can be your own biggest fan, that's huge, dude. Especially on an independent operation like this, when you could impress yourself, especially with how long he's been rapping, how many bars that he tries to throw into his songs. It's impressive, man. So let's go and get into it. Let's see if this lives up to all the. Let's see if he's really got to be doing all that with his hand motions, or if that's just the Italian in him. Let's go ahead. Pent Up in a Penthouse by Russ. Let's go.
Yeah. I don't even want to talk too much. Shit, man. Why? Yeah. Scared of success once my prefrontal cortex develop. Perfectly good opportunities feel like a setup.
Perfectly good opportunities feel like a setup. Sometimes that too good to be true is a real thing. He's coming aggressive on this. Let's go.
That should be opposite me. How can I get a leg up?
And that's where he shows the versatility. I'm going to go back a little bit because he's showing the versatility coming in on those first two bars, aggressive and heavy, and then immediately hitting a melody and a flow. So shout out to the versatility. Let's go.
Cortex develop. Perfectly good opportunities feel like a setup. That should be opposite me. How can I get a leg up? Out in Tribeca, put me to Penthouse, cause all of this pressure is pent up. I can't get sucked.
Book me a Penthouse because all of this pressure is pent up. I like it, man. That's a good play on words. That's a good entendre, and it sounds like and it looks like he's about to go in right here. So let's go ahead.
Out in Tribeca, put me to Penthouse, cause all of this pressure is pent up. I can't get sucked up in your emotional vortex. On the front lines of my fears, I'm a war vet. Whether in the storms, I don't even wear Gore-Tex. I ain't understand the game, ESPN, the poor test.
What'd he say? Stepping in what? And I don't even wear Gore-Tex. I don't understand the game like ESPN Deportes. Hold up. Hold up.
On the front lines of my fears, I'm a war vet. Whether in the storms, I don't even wear Gore-Tex. I ain't understand no vortex.
No, I gotta pause after every one of those. I'm gonna try to catch your bars, Russ. We got 3 minutes and 15 seconds of this. I'm not gonna be able to get every single one, but let's try to get it.
That shit be hobbling me. How can I get a leg up? Out in Tribeca, put me to Penthouse, cause all of this pressure is pent up. I can't get sucked up in your emotional vortex.
I can't get sucked up in your emotional vortex. Whatever you got twisting around and sucking everybody in and pulling you in for that attention and that all your what do they call it? Like a parasitic behavior. I can't get sucked into your emotional vortex. I like it.
On the front lines of my fears, I'm a war vet.
On my front on the front lines of my fears, I'm a war vet. So is he saying he continuously faces his fears? Yeah, I mean, if that's what he's getting at, that I like the bar. I like the bar.
Weather in the storms, I don't even wear Gore-Tex.
Weather in the storms, I don't even wear Gore-Tex. If you a sneakerhead and if you follow this channel, you got to at least be somewhat interested in sneakers and what I got to say about that. Weather in the storm, and I don't even need to wear Gore-Tex. Weather in the storm, obviously that's what people talk about when they're going through stuff in their life, but no, I'm not even wearing Gore-Tex. Like, I don't even have the weatherproof Nikes on right now to be weather in the storm. Fire.
I ain't understand the game, ESPN Deportes.
I don't understand the game, ESPN Deportes. Come on, I mean, you got to get that bar. You got to get that bar. We've all switched over to ESPN Deportes to see what's going on over there, seeing what they're, because honestly, some of these, I watch a lot of football and a lot of these touchdowns be sounding crazy on ESPN Deportes. It's like they give a lot more of that energy into the call than some of the American announcers.
My fears, I'm a war vet. Weather in the storms, I don't even wear Gore-Tex. I ain't understand the game, ESPN Deportes. Now I understand it a little. You be trying to rock the boat while I'm landing a ship.
Yeah, I understand it a little. You be trying to rock the boat while I be landing and what? I'm not rich enough to know what he's talking about with yachts and boats and all that, but let's come on, man. Come on.
ESPN Deportes. Now I understand it a little. You be trying to rock the boat while I'm landing a ship. Typical. I just need to juggle it better. We got the same 24. I'm just hustling better.
We got the same 24. I'm just hustling better.
Trying to pop out. The first step is making sure you pussies get stopped.
Wait.
We got the same 24. I'm just hustling better.
Wait.
In a ship. Typical. I just need to juggle it better. We got the same 24. I'm just hustling better. I'm trying to pop out. The first step is making sure you pussies get stomped out. Sometimes you call the right play, but you run the wrong route. I learn from it though. That's what it's all about. You making sure
This could be my Kendrick brain reaching, but I heard we got the same 24. What you mad for? And I gotta pop out right after he said that. He said, I gotta pop out right after he said we got the same 24. What you mad for?
Now I understand it a little. You be trying to rock the boat while I'm landing a ship. Typical. I just need to juggle it better. We got the same 24. I'm just hustling better. I'm trying to pop out. The first step is making sure you pussies get stomped out.
I'm trying to pop out. The first step is making sure you pussies get stomped out.
Sometimes you call the right play, but you run the wrong route.
Sometimes you call the right play, but you run the wrong route. It's like, hey, you had the plan, the execution was just off. You were set up for success, but you didn't capitalize on it. Sometimes you call the right play, but you run the wrong route. His sports bars are some of my favorite things about Russ when he gets into this bag of, yes, I'm hitting this flow, and yes, I'm dot 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 dot. Like the flow is crazy, the pace, the breath control is really, really good. But the bars, like the sports bars, like he did a freestyle not too long ago, or maybe it was a while ago, where he had a Albert Pujols Cardinals and card and red, and he flipped Albert Pujols and Angels and Cardinals into like 6 or 7 bars like in a row, and it all made sense and it was incredible. His sports bars are phenomenal, man.
I'm trying to pop out. The first step is making sure you pussies get stomped out. Sometimes you call the right play, but you run the wrong route. I learn from it though. That's what it's all about. Youthful tomfoolery. Now this who's Tom Brown. I died.
It's tomfoolery now. It's Tom Brown. What?
But you run the wrong route. I learn from it though. That's what it's all about. Youthful tomfoolery. Now this who's Tom Brown.
Youthful tomfoolery. Now these fools Tom Brown. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I don't know who Tom Brown is. Yeah, I don't know who that is. So Shout out to Russ for the bar, but I didn't get that one.
I jot down how I'm feeling, then I give her from it, though that's what it's all about. Youthful tomfoolery, now the suit's Tom Brown. I jot down how I'm feeling, then I give it to
Youthful tomfoolery, now the suit's Tom Brown. That's a suit, not a. Okay. Okay, it's a suit.
from it, though that's what it's all about. Youthful tomfoolery, now the suit's Tom Brown.
Okay. Because the first thing I looked up when I saw Tom Brown was the suit. But I was thinking sports. I didn't catch what he said about the suit. So that's fire. That's fire.
Right play, but you run the wrong route. I learned from it, though that's what it's all about. Youthful tomfoolery, now the suit's Tom Brown. I jot down how I'm feeling, then I give it to y'all. I made hits while I was hitting the wall. I kept pushing, couldn't find my way. I kept looking. That's what makes them.
I made the hits while I'm hitting the wall. Yo, his flow right here is insane, dude.
From it, though that's what it's all about. Youthful tomfoolery, now the suit's Tom Brown. I jot down how I'm feeling, then I give it to y'all.
I jot down how I'm feeling to y'all. I make hits while I'm hitting the wall.
Made hits while I was hitting the wall.
Ugh, nasty. Nasty.
Pushing, couldn't find my way. I kept looking. That's what makes the money sweet, so sweet bread pudding.
That transition into the melody though.
I kept pushing, couldn't find my way. I kept looking. That's what makes the money sweet, so sweet bread pudding. Yeah. Scared of success once my prefrontal cortex develop.
Yeah.
Perfectly good opportunities feel like a setup. That should be hobbling me. How can I get a leg up? Out in Tribeca, put me to Penthouse, cause all of this pressure is can't obsess over the pressure. I press forward from the ash.
I can't obsess over the pressure. I press forward. He's talking a lot about pressure here and how he moves through it and how he overcomes and gets to the other side regardless of the pressure, regardless of all the stuff that's on him. And he's talked previously in his music about kind of carrying the weight for his family and being there for his family when they needed the money, especially earlier in his career when he first started blowing up. And that could contribute to the pressure. I'm not sure what type of pressure he's feeling right now. Possibly to just keep delivering hits and records and songs that his fans could relate to and want to go to the crowd and be rapping it every word. I doubt anybody's going to be rapping this one every word because there's a lot of technical flows here. So let's keep going.
Put me in Penthouse, cause all of this pressure is can't obsess over the pressure. I press forward from the ashes. My jacket smells like a cigarette smoker. I'm dead sober. That's when I feel alive the most.
My jacket smells like a cigarette smoker. When I'm dead sober, that's when I feel alive the most. Sorry. My bad.
Tatted on people like they were Bible quotes. Jacket smells like a cigarette smoker. I'm dead sober. That's when I feel alive the most. Lyrics tatted on people like they were Bible quotes.
Lyrics tatted on people like they were Bible quotes. Like, you talking like people got your lyrics tatted like that? That's not a Bible quote, but everybody had to get the little Trey Songz lyric tattooed on their chest. He said, got lyrics tatted on them like there's Bible quotes, man. That's got to be crazy. There's a bar that he has, I forget what song it is, but he says, no face tats, but I got my face tattooed. Like, I don't have no face tats, but people have my face tattooed. When you're coming up and the first time you see someone with your face tattooed on their body has got to be nuts. Lyrics is one thing, but your face on somebody else's body has got to be an insane thing to see. But yeah, I like that he's flexing on that in the bars.
Put me to Penthouse, cause all of this pressure is can't obsess over the pressure. I press forward from the ashes. My jacket smells like a cigarette smoker. I'm dead sober. That's when I feel alive the most. Lyrics tatted on people like they were Bible quotes. Winding roads got me woozy. I need some coochie. I sell self-help books. The Maybach is roomy.
I need some coochie. I sell self-help books. The Maybach is roomy. That's crazy bars, man. That's braggadocious. And he's dropping knowledge in there because if you've copped any of his books, you know that it really encompasses his mindset. And it's almost like a Think and Grow Rich, like a manifestation type of thing. But he kind of shows receipts of you don't have to, or you can't just sit there and believe and want and, oh, I know this is going to happen to me. You have to also put in the work. So he manifested, he believed in himself, but it also came with quality records. Like, he didn't just put out a bunch of trash records and be like, oh my God, I hope that they blow. Like, no, he came with what they want. He came with Pull the Trigger. He came with, was it Cherry Hill? back then. So many hits back then. He's like, yo, I was putting out quality and quantity. So he's like, I sell self-help books, and I got the Maybach is roomy. What do you say? Hold up.
Bible quotes, winding roads got me woozy. I need some coochie, I sell self-help books. The Maybach is roomy, I lose sleep from ruminating and fear-mongering. By all the cheers stopping, now my tears are just watering the roots of new love. Pursue a from ruminating
Hold on.
and fear-mongering. By all the cheers, some coochie, I sell self-help books. The Maybach is roomy, I lose sleep from ruminating and fear-mongering. By all the cheers stopping, now my tears are just watering the roots of new love. Pursue a
I lost sleep.
from ruminating and roads got me woozy. I need some coochie, I sell self-help books. The Maybach is roomy, I lose sleep from ruminating and fear-mongering. By all
I lose sleep from illuminating and fear mongering.
tears stopping, now my tears are just watering the
All the cheers stopping and my tears just watering the roots.
roots of new love. Pursue a re-entry. I need some time with myself, I just met me. I was just
I need some time with myself. I just met me. Fire.
right there off in Henbury. Balling in London, this show is at Wembley. I'm doing me and I don't care who gets me. I don't need some baddies to tell me I'm sexy. I don't need heroes.
I don't need some baddies to tell me I'm sexy. That's that confidence, man. That's
To call and befriend me. I'm
Fire.
on some fuck everybody except me. Yeah.
I don't need no baddies to tell me I'm sexy. I'm on some fuck everybody else except me. Wait, what
Call
is
and
that?
befriend me. I'm on some fuck everybody except me. Yeah. Scared of success once my prefrontal cortex develop.
Shout out to the revival of the third verse, because for a while that third verse was like non-existent. So shout out to the third verse. Let's see what we get here.
Perfectly good opportunities feel like a setup. That should be hobbling me. How can I get a leg up? Out in Tribeca, put me to Penthouse, cause all of this pressure is pent up. I've been in my head like damn, shaking my head like damn, damn, damn. When's it gonna end? Goddamn, hit my head like wham, wham, wham. I've been in my head like.
Is that horns in the background? That feels very triumphant. Feels like Drake trophies. That's it. I don't know if we're gonna get bars on this last verse, but if he does this for the rest of the song, I'm chilling.
This pressure is pent up.
I'm
I've
chilling.
been in my head like damn, shaking my head like damn, damn, damn. When's it gonna end? Goddamn, hit my head like wham, wham, wham. I've been in my head like damn, shaking my head like damn, damn, damn.
Wait, hold on. Has his face been healing this whole time throughout the video? Yeah. He said the healing process is lifelong. But look, we go from the Band-Aid on the nose,
Scared of success once
Band-Aid on the nose, big cut in the forehead, to
better, I'm trying to pop
no Band-Aid, cut on the nose,
out. The first step is I can't obsess over the
to no cut on the nose, and the cut on the forehead is healing a little bit.
pressure. I press forward from that. Yeah.
Now we're all clear, and hold on. Did that transition just heal him a little
I
bit?
don't need heroes to call and befriend me. I'm on some fuck everybody except me. Yeah.
That little shake into the next verse or the next part of the song came with makeup change, and it heals the wounds as we go through the verses. So I wonder if I really break down these verses, if we're talking about the pressure at the beginning and how much that's beating him up, and maybe he's beating himself up, and as we get on, we're healing. So let's dive. I don't want to dive deep into the lyrics. I don't want to try to ruin first reactions, because even like this is my first time hearing the song, and I'm chopping it up and pausing it and stuff like that. Usually I just listen to the song and I'll go back and break it down later. But it's really interesting to try to catch this stuff on the first listen. It's tough, it's difficult, but it's fun. Honestly, I'm having a lot of fun doing these live reactions.
Perfectly good opportunities feel like a setup. That should be hobbling me. How can I get a leg up? Out in Tribeca, put me to Penthouse, cause all of this pressure is pent up. I've been in my head like damn, shaking my head like damn, damn, damn. When's it gonna end? Goddamn, hit my head like wham, wham, wham. I've been in my head like damn, shaking my head like damn, damn, damn. Oh.
Come on, raps.
Yeah. Scared of success.
All right, now the forehead is clear. Little scar right there, but it looks like we're clear. Looks like we're healed now. So let's see what we got to say.
That's once my prefrontal cortex develop. Perfectly good opportunities feel like a setup. That should be hobbling me, how can I get a leg up? Out in Tribeca, put me to Penthouse, cause all of this pressure is pent up. Yeah. Scared of success once my prefrontal cortex develop. Perfectly good opportunities feel like a setup. That should be hobbling me, how can I get a leg up? Out in Tribeca, put me to Penthouse, cause all of this pressure is pent up.
Who produced this? Who produced this? Shout out to Russ, man. That was fire. Even with a simple music video like that, where it's one subject in front of the screen, it reminds me, and again, to go back to Kendrick, it reminds me a little bit of The Heart Part 5, where Kendrick was changing into all the faces. So it felt like a very simple video, but there was a lot of storytelling in it if you really look for it. That could be very straightforward, but I wonder how many people caught him healing from the beginning to the end. Let's see. Do we got anything on who produced this? Song produced by Russ, Trust, Milushin, Jake Jepson, Kiri Gerbs, Aaron Paris. It's a lot of credits for a Russ song. Usually, you already know what the Russ credits look like for the most part. But that beat at the end, that bum bum bum, that was hard.
Good opportunities feel like a setup.
Dun dun dun.
That should be hobbling me, how can I get a leg up?
Bum bum bum.
Put me to Penthouse, cause all of this pressure is pent up.
Is that a full beat switch, or is that kind of just expanding on the beat from the beginning?
I can't get sucked up in your emotional vortex.
So at the beginning, I'm hearing a piano, bum bum bum, and I think at the end that's the trumpets or the horns, bum bum bum.
On the front lines of my fears, I'm a war vet. Whether in the storms, I don't even wear Gore-Tex.
Yep.
And
then at the end, it's bum bum bum.
That should be hobbling me, how can I get a leg up? Out in Tribeca, put me to Penthouse, cause all of this pressure is pent up. Yeah.
Shout out to the 128 people who, are still saying fuck Russ in 2025. Pent Up in a Penthouse, man. I got no problems with this song. It's really what I like from Russ when you get into the rap and singy bag. So again, he's given bars. He's really aggressive in this song. A lot. It's almost the opposite of Movin', where Movin' was melody focused almost, but there were bars within it. And in this one, this is bar focused. It's more aggressive, but there's melody throughout to carry it, to help with the hook, and to kind of transition from verse to verse. This was incredible, man. This is very good rapping, great bars, amazing flow, great breath control. His production in his music and in his visual content, the music videos is just keeps increasing. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Russ has. I know he's got another single dropping next week on the 9th. And I think he said we need a party to that one. I think that's the one where he said make sure you got a little tequila in your cup while you're listening to it and you're partying down in the islands or Florida if you're broke or whatever. So, yeah, that's Russ, Pent Up in a Penthouse. We're going to go ahead and get into Doechii. So I'm going to hop off this live, get my thumbnail up, and we'll get into the other one. So peace.